This woman absolutely hated me. I could feel her absolute horror as to who I was and what I stood for, just radiating from her. I've been trying to find a gym here in Bali, and every gym I've been to, it's full of influencers. And if you're an influencer, full kudos to you. It's amazing how you look, how you preserve your body, what you wear. It's brilliant, but it's just not me. So I finally found this gym, which is awesome. And it's so great because tripods are not allowed. So the influencers just don't go there. I went for my first gym class yesterday afternoon, and it was on a rooftop, right? It was undercover, but open air. Essentially, I was with the elements and it was hot. And we had after the warm up, a 45-minute AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. I've never done a 45-minute AMRAP. I might have done a 30-minute, maybe 40 minutes, but 45 minutes. And in that amount of heat. Now, don't get me wrong. I used to be a manager of a women's gym. I used to be unbelievably fit. I was all muscle from head to toe. In fact, that's how I got into coaching, because I was coaching a lot of the women. It was a women's gym. And I felt like I really couldn't help them, that I didn't have the skills. They needed more than what I could give them. So instead of going to personal training, I went into coaching and understanding how the brain works and how to influence the brain and help people through trauma. Anyway, I understand what it is to be fit. I understand what it is to push people, but nothing prepared me for what this woman took me through. She was petite, beautiful olive skin, blonde hair, British, and she's like, you can do better than that. She walked past me and I thought, oh my God, I'm either going to throw up, pass out, or just outright die. I was so exhausted and so overwrought with the heat and all the exercise that we were doing. I finally got through this absolute torture. She came up to me and she said, you did really good work. And I was like, oh my God. I went from the personification of my inner critic, this woman, appraising me. It just made me reflect on how I can sometimes be a bit harsh with my clients, especially the executive clients. Like, I demand that they are at the highest level when they show up. And maybe sometimes they're at their capacity, they're at their limit. And I have to really read that better and have more compassion. Even though it's easier for me, doesn't mean that it is for someone else. And looking at how fit are they in terms of communication and the way that they interact with others, especially under pressure, of which they all are. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I pushed any of you. I understand. I'm dying. I'm about to go to another Metcon class this afternoon. So I'm sure I'll have another instructor look at me, scowl, and walk on. But this time I'm prepared.